Good morning everyone and happy Vlogmas! I can't believe I'm doing this, but it's going to be an experiment and we'll see how this goes. It is actually only 77 degrees right now. I was gonna say it's 80 degrees on December 1st, but it will be 80 degrees, it's just not there yet. So we're gonna see how this goes. It's kind of hard to be a daily vlogger and work full-time, and I think one of the main formulas for success as a daily vlogger is to either have cute kids or cute puppies, and at the moment I have neither. It's hard to be a successful vlogger without one of those things, I think. But by the end of the month there will be cute puppies because I'll be with Mike and he has 2 adorable dogs. But for the start, I'm going to try to make these as entertaining and, you know, as possible, but it's going to be my daily life. So sometimes working a full-time job and vlogging is not super exciting, but December typically is the most exciting of months because there's so much Christmas stuff happening. So hopefully I can find some fun things to show you guys, and hopefully this is a fun adventure. We'll see. It's an experiment. Also, if you couldn't tell from my voice, I am still battling this freaking cold. It's been 3 weeks. At this point I'm thinking it's more transitioned into allergies because I just can't get rid of the congestion. It's taken over my life. I can't get rid of the congestion. So hopefully within the 25 days of this Vlogmas I will get better. We can hope. So it's lunchtime. I am home to make a little lunch, and I wanted to give a little backstory for if anyone that's just joining this channel because of Vlogmas. I am normally a theme park vlogger, and that's something I kind of adopted when I moved back to Florida in 2012. I was a daily vlogger for a brief period of time. I guess not so brief. It was like 100-something days back in 2011. And I gave it up because when you work a full-time job, it's kind of hard to daily vlog unless you have a partner who's going to help you with editing, or you have a situation where it's not a normal like 9-to-5 job, because it's just hard to film. It's hard to like do entertaining things when you just wake up, go to work, come home, make dinner, rinse and repeat, you know? So back when I was a daily vlogger before, if you go way back in my channel, the videos are still there. I was finishing grad school, so I was working for a DSW shoe store. And then I got an internship in Nebraska, and so I spent 6 months in Nebraska. So the majority of the 100-something days that I vlogged were while I was in Nebraska, and I was working for a museum, and it's a very small town, and I only had like 100 subscribers at the time. So I didn't care about showing where I worked because I wasn't worried about someone coming to find me, I guess. I was so just in the vaults of YouTube that I figured no one local was actually going to ever see it. And I think those vlogs are really fun because it's like I'm showing behind the scenes at the museum I was working in, and I'm really glad I have them because I have all these memories of the museum and the projects that I worked on and the house that I lived in Nebraska, and that I have all those vlogs. But now, when I moved back to Florida and I started doing more theme park vlogs and I started gaining subscribers, I started getting a little more protective of my personal info, so I can't film at work. And I wish I could show you some of the fun things I do, because I think my job is pretty interesting and I would love to be able to share that aspect with you guys, but I just can't. So here's my super fancy lunch for today. Got some salami, some cheese, some white cheddar, some wasabi almonds, some pickles, a little bit of mustard, and if you guys know, I've been losing weight for a long time, so I don't really let myself have too many carbs. When I'm dieting, I try to avoid a ton of carbs. I don't mind some. I'm not like off beach or anything like that. I just try to limit the amount of carbs I have, but I will let myself have some carbs at lunch because at least then the carbs are serving as energy. And then at dinner, I try to do as few carbs as possible. And then I also do my Fitness Pal, so I'll be punching in all of that into my Fitness Pal. Ooh. Oh, you know, just a terrible, terrible December day in Florida. Sun's right there, so it's really bright over there, but just a terrible day in Florida. I say that, but then I complain about it being 80-something degrees, so you know, it's a trade-off. So I'm done with work now, and I'm having to run in Publix because even though I did my grocery shopping yesterday, I forgot to get a bag of ice, and I don't know how many of you guys out there are like this, but I chew ice. And it's not an iron problem. My mom had me tested a while back. I just really like chewing ice, and so the refrigerator ice doesn't cut it. I need bagged ice. And it's like dessert to me. Crushed ice is the best, but bagged ice will get me through. So I'm gonna get a bag of ice and some OJ because I'm still battling this respiratory thing, and I'm sure OJ is just like a placebo, but I want some OJ. The sky looks neat right now. It's gonna be a pretty sunset. I am home from work now, home for my errands, and the first thing that we do when we get home is change into PJs. Priority number one. So I got my orange juice. This is my favorite OJ. It's actually made in Apopka, Florida, so not too far away. I like as much pulp as possible, so I get the high pulp. But are you guys pulp people or not? Because this is a very polarizing topic. It's like crunchy versus plain peanut butter, which I am also a crunchy peanut butter person. So I just like texture in my food. I like bubble tea. I like anything that involves chewing with my food. Is that strange? Okay, so if you follow theme park vloggers, especially on Twitter, then you probably know that today is the big deal because there is a hearing happening in Orlando about whether or not Skyplex is going to happen, and Universal has been trying to block it, basically. So currently I am being an Uber theme park nerd, and I am watching the live broadcast of this online. So it is here. They're
thousands of feet
talking
from the nearest residential.
So right now this is I don't know, I missed the introductions because I came in really late. So I don't know if this is their lawyer or the guy that's in charge of the project. Don't really know who he is, but this guy right here is arguing for Skyplex. And he just gave a little bit of information, little rumor that possibly Universal just bought up 400 something acres worth of land. And if that's true, could be seeing another Universal park in the future or something. I mean, it's always been rumored, so who knows? I mean, this guy is the competition. He's part of Skyplex, but that would be really cool if he's right. So now I'm just kind of listening to this, taking this all in, and trying to decide how I feel about it.
Say things of an application that was approved by the city of Orlando in 23 days, including Christmas and New Year. They work much faster than your staff, ma'am. So anyway,
oh snap! Throwing some shade. He's throwing some shade.
And they do work over there, so.
He's just basically saying how much Harry Potter affected Orange County and how many people got bonuses in Orange County because of Harry Potter. It's just crazy. Okay, so the end result is not that shocking. The rezoning was approved. There's still stuff they have to figure out as far as the actual height of the building. Universal lost, Skyplex won. Now that that's over, I'm going to make some dinner. So I decided to get a little creative for dinner. Ooh, that's the first time that's ever happened. My lens didn't open all the way. Whoa! So I decided to get a little creative for dinner tonight. Never done this before, but we're gonna experiment. I'm gonna do like a Mexican baked potato. So I'm gonna do some onions and peppers. I'm dicing some peppers and onion now. Got an avocado, got a baked potato over there, oil heating up. We're gonna see what this turns into. Experiments. Okay, so here's the finished masterpiece. Got my avocado all cut up, and I've got a baked potato with a little bit of bell peppers, onions. I chopped up some jalapeno, there's black olives, sour cream, and then Cholula sauce. And I hope it's delicious. Little Mexican potato. I'm excited. And this is my next part of the night. I am watching a documentary on the 60s and specifically the space race in this episode. And I've always really been interested in NASA and just the 1960s in general. And Mike is a huge space nerd as well, so he's got me even more into NASA. So I'm really enjoying just being a history nerd and watching this on the 1960s space race. So I think I'm going to go ahead and sign off because I think that's plenty for the first day. I think I vlogged a lot more than I thought I was going to for the first day of Vlogmas. And I think it's going to take me a little longer to edit than usual tonight because I'm adding little Vlogmas intro and little Vlogmas outro, which you're already seeing at this point, but I want to give myself extra time to make sure that I get that working right for you guys. And yeah, so I think that's it for day 1 of Vlogmas, but I'll see you guys again tomorrow. I was about to say see you guys again soon, and it's I will see you tomorrow. So bye. Happens when your birthday is the day before Thanksgiving. They do birthday pie. Yep, that's gonna be on YouTube now. You're welcome.
There you go. 4 million hits. Poor girl.